Hi everyone, happy Friday. I know it wasn't the best day in the market overall unless you were playing the short end on a lot of stocks. However, I think that next week, at least on Monday, we do see a bit of recovery. As normally when the Dow finishes the day down 250 points, the following day is green. Now, that doesn't always happen, but the majority of the time, that's the way it rolls. So hopefully on Monday, Revlon has a much better day, although all things considered, today was pretty good. And believe it or not, we got the candle I've been waiting for, the Doji. And I'm going to show you that on the chart in just a few minutes. I'm going to start with Fintel first and give you an update on the current short interest and let you know that there's no shares left to borrow going into Monday. So guys, things are looking up for Revlon again. If we could just get some positive news, like a potential buyout or something like that, then I think that would really, really help this stock. Please remember, nothing I say is financial advice. Always do your own DD. And guys, Revlon is a very high risk play, so you need to be careful and know your risk and set your limits. I mean, don't go into it with more money than you can afford to lose. And that should be true with any stock that you invest in or that you trade. Anyways, let's get started. According to Fintel, Revlon has 20.52% short interest with 0.25 days to cover. The off-exchange volume today was 45.98%. Guys, the volume overall was substantially lower than what it has been. There are currently no shares left to borrow, which is bullish for us going into next week. And the short interest has come down to 91.26% if you can find shares. Now, as you can see, it's been quite the back and forth between the volume that has been in the dark pool, anywhere between 45 and 60%, with the averages being in the 50% area. As you can see, the failure to delivers have also substantially come down. As of Monday, we can expect them to have to cover 359,172 shares. Now, as you can see, going into the week ahead, Tuesday has the biggest day, 367,279. Now, in addition to those will also be any options that were exercised in the money this week. So all of the contracts $6 and below that were exercised, guys, will need to be accounted for the T+2 delivery, unless, of course, they decide to failure to deliver it. And then we may see that these numbers pick back up again. So it'll be interesting once we get the updated version at the end of the month. So I'm excited to see what that says. It'll be the end of this week that we get that. So I wonder if it's gone back up, guys, as the price has come down. But we're going to go into the technical analysis right now because today's print was very bullish. Looking at the daily chart of REV, you can see that the last candle that printed was a Doji. And guys, unfortunately, for some reason, this is not scanning, but if you can see where the little dot is, because my pointer's not working, I have it right on it. I moved it. It's the last candlestick. It's green and it has like a thin line in the middle. That is called a Doji if you don't know. And generally it indicates the sign of a reversal of the trend. So guys, we are currently in a downtrend, as you can see from the last several candles. The printing of the Doji today should indicate that going into Monday, we start to reverse to the upside. So I am bullish going into Monday. However, I will say that you need to err on the side of caution with this play. You know, it is a bankruptcy proceeding. Now, it is a Chapter 11, which means they are restructuring. It doesn't mean that they're completely shutting their doors, at least not at this point, that there's no signs of that. However, you know, with these kind of plays, you always need to be cautious. There's a few things that can happen and why people tend to like bankruptcy plays. I believe that we already got a major run up from it, but I think another one may be in store. However, I'm hesitant. I'm very, very hesitant. The downtrend came because the judge declined the shareholders' request for a special committee to see what they could get out of the bankruptcy. So, you know, when they restructure, they generally tend to pay off their debtors first and shareholders last. When they have a committee, it helps them to get more money generally. However, committees cost a lot of money to have, so it's really not feasible when the company's struggling to pay their bills, right? Now, the thing that's bullish about Revlon is the fact that it is a well-known household name, right? Like everybody knows what Revlon is. Even guys know what Revlon is. So guys, I don't think that it's going to close its doors completely. I just think that it's going to be reorganized. However, who knows? Debtors, you know, you could start seeing articles come next week that suppliers aren't sending them any more product, this, that, the other thing. But the other reason that people like these plays is because a lot of times they will get a buyout offer from another company that's interested in acquiring them. So, you know, being such a well-known household name, this is certainly a possibility with Revlon, and that's what sits in the back of my mind as to whether or not this is the reason why you saw JP Morgan buy shares recently. I think it was JP Morgan. I'll have to double check that, but I'm pretty sure that's who it was. If you listen back on my prior Revlon videos, then I'm sure you're aware of this. But it's been a long day, guys, so I think I'm saying it right, but there was recently a purchase by a major bank or hedge fund. So I believe that there's still some more opportunity for this to run to the upside. However, guys, I have reduced my position substantially. And that's because I've been in this place since $2.50, I think my average was. I think I bought initially around that low of $2. And then I think when it started moving, I increased my position so that my average ended up being exactly $2.50. And also I had contracts for the $4 strike, which now I've exercised all of them, but I've sold out a good chunk of them. And I only have a small position, my last position left in this remaining, because I'm not going to throw everything at it when I don't know what's coming. But I do like this candle, which is why I'm bringing it to your attention. Also, if you look at the bottom of the screen, you can see, well, first of all, in the middle is the volume. The volume's dipped down quite substantially over the last several days, right? So if this were to get a surge of volume again, I think that we could see another huge move to the upside, especially given that it's such a small float. And then also, if you take a look at the very bottom screen, the MACD, you can see that it did cross below a few days ago, and it looks like it's starting to curl now. So my expectation is that this curls to the upside and we get another pump, at which case when I feel that that pump has reached max potential and the volume's dying down, because I would expect you need volume for that pump to continue, right? So when that happens, that will be when I exit this position. And then, of course, if the trend does not go in my favor and I do not see a bounce off of this 48/50 SMA, the green line here, we're actually at a perfect trend line for today. We are touching it, guys. So your 48 and 50 are very close. So it's sticking to its support, which I like to see. So that's why I believe that this play is not done yet, and I expect that Monday we see a move to the upside. I have no idea how many contracts went in the money. I know that we closed at $6.49, so that was not what I had hoped for. I hope we'd get over 650 and start pumping this up so that they'd have to cover more shares. But guys, I am pretty sure that a lot of people that were in the money exercised their options, at least to see how this plays out, because, you know, it's been in a downtrend the last several days. So if they didn't cash out before, which I had done on a few of my contracts, but I had the remainder left and I did exercise. So guys, I'm bullish going into Monday, but again, this is a high risk play. You need to know that. So do your DD and make sure that you don't get stuck holding the bag. Like I said, this is something that you just need to keep your eyes on, because don't know where it can go. But bankruptcies take time. It's not like tomorrow morning the company's going to be, you know, shut their doors forever, at least not generally. So anything can happen, I guess, especially in today's world. But they did just get, you know, like a 1.4 or 1.14, something like that, $1 billion loan approved. So they have money to work with right now, and hopefully they restructure and the company comes back stronger, or they get an offer for a buyout. If we do get buyout news, then, I mean, substantially, you would hope that they would not do a stupid red box move and sell it for less than it's worth, and, you know, sell it out to their shareholder, sell it out against their shareholders' best interest. But hopefully Revlon knows their worth because of their name and how long they've been in business. And if they do get a deal, hopefully it'll be substantially better, guys. So than the current share price anyways. So with all that in mind, do your own DD. Be careful with this play, but I think that we see a nice move on Monday. Thank you for watching and have a fabulous night.